We are wrestling. We are wrestling. We are wrestling. We are wrestling.
You're watching
We Are Wrestling.
Like and subscribe.
You have a YouTube channel.
That's right, you said.
Pops up on my feed. And I'm just letting you know, Fat Boy, of all the horrible marks that talk about wrestling, you are by far the least intelligent.
You're watching
We Are Wrestling.
Like and subscribe.
We are wrestling. We are wrestling podcast. They give a shout out to We Are Wrestling on YouTube.
You're watching We Are Wrestling. I'm the host with the most. You are by far the least intelligent.
What's going on, everybody? Danny Huckins here, man. 1/3 of We Are Wrestling.
What's going on? We are Wrestling Maniacs Worldwide. Ben here, the third of the talk show.
We Are Wrestling Podcast.
Make sure to subscribe, baby.
We are wrestling.
What is going on, everybody, in the cyberspace of YouTube, man? My name is Danny Huckins. This is Ben, the Lone Rager, and we're riding solo for this live stream tonight, man. We have a lot we're going to be getting into this evening, but before we do that, make sure you guys go down to the links in the description, check out our socials, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and all that fun stuff, man. And
Don't forget that videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO. I that's my favorite part of the whole thing, especially since
that's his favorite part.
He's returning.
Yeah. Donnie's entire intro, man. Everything that he says, it's like a tongue twister. And when you're not used to saying it, man, you know, I mean, that's why he's the host with the most. He's the best one. You know what I mean?
I'm saying, man. Yeah, we're what fucking a little over a year in for the three of us, and I'm like still just getting it whenever we do it, but I still fuck up on a couple things. But we're gonna get there. We're getting there, man.
I feel like Donnie wants it to be a little bit complicated. That way, people can't copy and take his shine. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah. So today's a pretty interesting, harrowing day in the world of wrestling, particularly WWE. We got a whole list of releases, man. And I've stressed multiple times on the podcast that I am not a fan of anybody that loses a job.
Yep.
But I will say that the majority of this list, and I could get some scrutiny here, the majority of this list was justified. Like, it really was. I mean, a lot of those names we weren't really seeing unless they were, like, live shows, main event tapings, very low NXT, shit like that. And there wasn't really any, like, huge major players per se, minus a couple that really kind of surprised me, and kind of didn't surprise me. Like, for example, number one that we're going to talk about, Mustafa Ali. I know.
Yep.
I'm surprised because we felt like there was getting some kind of a little bit of a push on NXT, but as we all know, anybody that usually goes to NXT, that's it. Other than, I think right now, somebody that's really kind of doing really well in NXT is Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
But Mustafa Ali, man, dude has had like a very tense relationship with this company for the last, I'd say, what, like 2-3 years. Like
Yeah,
he's just
he
not happy.
I want to say about 2 years ago, he went on social media on Twitter, and he was pretty much like saying that he wants his release, and he was talking shit about WWE. They kept him off TV for like 6 months or whatever, and then they brought him back to this weird ass gimmick, and they tried different things or whatever. He was paired up with Mansoor at one point, as sort of like
Yeah.
his mentor or whatever. And then he went to his most recent gimmick, I believe, was him like being able to sing or something like that. It was almost like a great value brand Elias, I guess you can say.
Yeah, man. Angelo Rodriguez in the live chat. They let go 2 legends in Dolph Ziggler and Shelton Benjamin. Best of luck to them in their future. Same for all the other releases. And Ollie still doesn't make sense to me. He had a title match soon. Yeah, man. What's up, Donnie, in the live chat? Wish I was there with you guys. Kill it, gents. Hell yeah. Yeah, Dirty Dom at NXT No Mercy, which is, yeah, again, to release him
Like a
even,
week
like,
away.
before that, before he could even really do anything, before you can have it as his match, like, how are you gonna fucking fill in that gap? Like, what,
I
you're just
feel
gonna have
like-
Dom just talking shit?
Now
That's kind of lazy
me out.
writing.
Hear
Yeah,
me
what's
out
up?
here. When it comes to Mustafa Ali and even Dolph Ziggler, and I'll get to him in a few minutes. When it comes to Mustafa Ali, I feel like he asked for this. Like
100%.
everybody with the merger happening, everybody knew that there was going to be releases or whatever. Who's to say he didn't call up WWE management and was like, hey,
Put me
I
on the
really
list
like
too,
how
bitch.
you guys are booking me on NXT. You guys aren't really doing much with me. I would like to be one of the ones that you release when it comes to that time. I do think that's a possibility. And I just found out before we went live, because
Mhm.
obviously I don't have Twitter or whatever, so I have to find out my news in other sources. Apparently,
You're fucking dirt sheets.
3 or 4 days ago, Dolph Ziggler's brother, he
Yeah, Nick,
tweeted
right?
out an
Or
hour.
Ryan.
Yeah, he tweeted out an hourglass, and he tweeted out a photoshopped image of him and his brother, him as the TNT champion and Dolph Ziggler as the AEW World Champion, and that was like 3 or 4 days ago. So again,
Yeah.
it could be to that point to where maybe Dolph Ziggler asked for his release as well.
I think
Everybody assumed Dolph Ziggler was going to be a lifer, bro. He's been there 18 years.
that's what I'm saying, dude. I think that's definitely one of like the most shocking ones on this list because I did not see Dolph Ziggler at all getting released because dude, it's very apparent, but the dude is literally modern day fucking Shawn Michaels. So the fact that they just clipped him like that is kind of nuts. But I also know that the direction that WWE has been going for a while, and they're not looking for the next Shawn Michaels. They're looking for a pillar, and a pillar is not Shawn Michaels nowadays. So it is a very unfortunate part of the business. But I know for a fact that if anybody on that list is AEW bound, it's definitely Dolph Ziggler, and he'll kill it. He'll definitely help rejuvenate a very teetering roster of very talented individuals ran by the world's greatest wrestling mark, and they're in very rough shape. So to pick up Dolph Ziggler would be a very big dub for them, and I think that wherever Dolph does decide to go and show up, I think he's really going to not only bring them justice, but it's going to bring himself justice, and he's definitely going to thrive wherever he goes. He's proven time and time he's done it again, hence why he's a former world champion.
I mean, he got a male cheerleader gimmick over, man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the dude fucking literally is legendary, and it's kind of shitty to see him go from WWE because you can't see Dolph Ziggler WWE without Dolph Ziggler, but here we are, and it's weird, but I'm excited as hell for him because the dude again has done so much in WWE and has brought so much, and I think he really realistically accomplished all that he really could in WWE. So I'm not mad about his release, but it is unfortunate. Angelo Rodriguez in the live chat. Mustafa Ali asked for his release at the beginning of 2022, but stayed, I guess. He still wanted to leave. Donnie said Ziggler did everything he could. Yep, time for change of scenery. Angelo again. Dolph Ziggler had one of the best super kicks in the game other than Shawn Michaels, and he has the third most matches in WWE history with 1554. Holy shit. John Elite 45 for life. Is there a chance some of these recently released talent come back to WWE in a couple of years? That's possible. There's never a closed door policy unless you burnt a bridge. And I don't think any of them really did. And
I will say
maybe Mustafa Ali.
I will say if somebody like CM Punk, and now this is just me spouting off the hip, man.
Yeah, yeah.
If somebody like CM Punk could possibly come back, which everybody's saying, possibly
Anything
Survivor
is
Series
possible at this
Chicago.
point.
Exactly, man. And before we get more into this, we should probably let you guys know and inform you guys that this is going to be the podcast for this week. I'm going to be gone all day Saturday. I'm going to a horror convention out in Connecticut. And
Yeah, I'm gonna be out in Boston seeing Shinedown and Spirit Box and Papa Roach, so I'm gonna
Yep.
be busy Saturday too.
And Donnie is dealing with some personal issues,
COVID.
health wise.
We can say COVID. We can say COVID. Donnie's got
I didn't want to just out his business, man.
Donnie's got the worldwide big C right now going around, and he is
Yeah.
suffering. But apparently, he's not suffering too bad this time around because he said it just felt kind of like a sinus infection, which they do suck. But if that's all he's feeling right now, good on him. So at least he's in bed recuperating, watching the show with you guys as we speak, as a We Are Wrestling Maniac. So best wishes, Donnie, and recover.
Some well wishes, and that is why he's not here tonight.
And gas this guy the fuck up for whatever reason. Be like, yo, Don,
Exactly.
sick beard, gassed up.
Gas him the fuck up, man. He's doing nothing but laying.
Let
in
him
bed
cook.
and
Yeah.
having his wife bring him fucking bologna sandwiches. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I
Hell
don't know what
yeah.
that life is like.
All
man.
the bolognas.
I have yet to get the big C, so I seriously
That's
feel like
fucking
I'm
nuts to
immune
me.
to it, bro. I've been to the
Dude.
Big E. I've been to Walmart's, malls. I've been in public.
You've already been to the
places
Big
you
E?
wouldn't believe. Huh?
You've already been to the Big E this year?
Not this year. I went last year or 2 years ago.
Oh, okay, I got you. I haven't been since like 2019. But anyways, back to the thing. No popcorn, just tissues.
No popcorn, just tissues.
Let him cook.
So anyway, with these releases, it should also be stated that obviously everybody was talking about the media rights negotiations for WWE. Where was SmackDown or where was Raw? Is Raw going to stay on USA? Is SmackDown going to stay in Fox? It came out today, I think a couple hours before the releases started happening or before anybody knew about it. WWE signed a $1.4 billion deal with USA Network to have SmackDown migrate from Fox to USA Network in, I believe, October of 2024. So that
makes
move
sense.
is happening.
Yeah, I saw that before we got on.
A lot of people are upset that there's mass releases happening because WWE, Vince McMahon saying that in the meeting the other day, saying that, the company's been stale and stagnant and, hasn't really been in the best place. But yet,
apparently a lot of people
scrum,
fucking had their eyes rolling when he made that comment. Apparently, he had everybody's eyes rolling.
From what I remember, because I watch all the media scrums, I'm a whore for the media pro wrestling.
Oh yeah. Trust Dan. We know if you have Danny on Facebook or as a personal friend, you'll definitely find his skeeve and shit in random ass fucking wrestling dirt sheets, just talking hella shit, and it's so funny. It'll be a random ass Tuesday, and I'm just scrolling on my timeline, not even anything wrestling related, and I'll see Danny Huckins commented, and it's some toxic foul shit about a fucking wrestling move, and then I just have myself a belly laugh for a good 5 minutes, and then I keep scrolling.
But with every single media scrum after every single PLE or whatever over since Triple H pretty much,
he's a scrum slut, is what he's saying.
I'm a scrum slut. That's exactly good wording.
Hell yeah, man.
Hashtag toxic Danny. I guess I don't have a Twitter, but if you want to go on Twitter and see if you can make me go viral,
roast me.
Toxicity. But Triple H is he makes it a point in every single media scrum to tout WWE is record breaking this, record breaking that. We sold the most tickets in pro wrestling history. The record numbers all across the board. In every single media scrum.
Motherfucker! Motherfucker loves his record breaking shit. Vince McMahon. I don't know if the general anesthesia doesn't wear off, or it's just his senile ass brain finally kicking in even more so at fucking high volume. I don't know what it is, man, but I'm not mad about a lot of these releases because they've either deserved better, couldn't really provide anything, wasn't showing up, or just they accomplished everything they could have. Sometimes you just don't make the fold, and sometimes things just don't work out, and I feel like this first list is basically 100% where I understand. It was kind of justified. Vince needs a diaper change. Yeah, we know, not the diaper. This dude is obsessed with diapers ever since they said fucking Ric Flair wore one.
Apparently he was seen walking at Titan Tower with a cane.
Vince? Yeah, because he's fucking recovering from his spine surgery the dude just had like fucking 2 weeks ago. That's why. The dude just had
Definitely
spine
wasn't 2 weeks
surgery.
ago. But there's another name on this list that I do want to talk about because I was a big fan of this guy when he returned from injury, and that's Rick Boogs. Everybody talks about pro wrestling, you know, you gotta have charisma, you gotta be entertaining. There was nobody in WWE. I don't care if it's all the way from Roman Reigns to Seth Rollins. There was nobody as charismatic, I feel like, as Rick Boogs was. He's booging out.
There's
Rick
one
Boogs
more
was
person.
charismatic as fuck, bro.
Yeah, but there's only one other person that actually holds the power of that charisma, though, and we all know his name with everybody saying L.A. Knight. Yeah. Dude, if I ever saw his name on a release, dude, I would fucking quit WWE entirely. I would quit the podcast. I'd quit fucking everything. I'd be done. I'd be fucking done. Hell no.
Apparently, it hasn't. Triple H hasn't really been very high on LA Knight up until recently.
So, Nelly Nell, WWE let go of Shanky, Bryson Montana, Ulyssa Leon, Quincy Elliott, Dabicado, Dana Brooke, Daniel MacArthur, Kevin Ventura Cortez. Yeah, so another one they released is Top Dollar. Now, what the fuck is BFAB gonna do? What the fuck is she? I'm surprised she didn't get released too. Like, dude, Hit Row is basically
Adonis
gone.
Too.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Is it just gonna be Ashanti and fucking BFAB now? And you saw what the fuck LA Knight did to fucking Ashanti Adonis? Like, you saw what the hell happened to him? Like, what the fuck happened? Unless
you know, there's gonna be more releases over the next coming days or whatever. To where
I'm not surprised if there's gonna be. Man, I'm gonna be pissed if there's like certain releases on the list that are big and they don't make sense. Like the Mustafa Ali one, if he was gonna get released, he should have done it after No Mercy and have that be his last match, you know? But yeah, the biggest release definitely was Dolph Ziggler, 100%.
Yeah.
I got to be honest, out of all the release spring cleanings, this list makes the most sense. All the talent who got let go won't affect WWE, even though a lot of them have talent. Absolutely. Best that to Donnie in the live chat, that is definitely the best way you could possibly
I
put it.
definitely agree, but it's I feel like people have a problem with it because it's coming on the same day as WWE just signed a $1.4 billion deal. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
if they
but
come out in a couple of days and say that it was budget cuts, you know it's full of shit.
Well, I mean, if it is budget cuts, I would kind of believe it because you also have to look at the couple of massive returns that we have happening and the money that they're going to be providing for those returns happening. Randy Orton's coming back and he's still on payroll, but obviously there's a contract renewal that's somewhere in there that he definitely signed because if he's coming back to compete, obviously, you know, some things have been revamped. Then you got The Rock being back now. Then you have Cena being back now. Potentially CM Punk coming into the fold. Obviously, is going to cost them a shit ton of fucking money. You know, there's a lot of big returns and big things that they're doing, and especially in terms of like, they're probably more than likely going to start doing the like stage layouts and everything again. They're going to be doing some different shit there production wise, and that's going to cost a lot of fucking money, especially with the merger. They're already looking into new titles, you know, different hirees. They're doing a lot of different things.
They said a couple months ago that they were going to stick to the smaller scale stages or whatever for like PLEs or whatever. Just, you know, it's cost efficient.
No, for sure. But I think we're gonna be seeing something. Yep, AOP, Kairi Sane, Jade Cargill. Yep, yeah, like exactly. Fucking Authors of Pain, fucking Kairi Sane and Jade Cargill, dude. When you sent that picture, by the way, of Jade Cargill, fuck you. All right, you already know that was fucking recent as shit, dude.
Bro, I gotta say, man, and like. A lot of my time, I watch almost every single wrestling podcast on the fucking planet just because I'm a fucking wrestling nerd.
Yeah.
I have never seen so much hate for one person as everybody in the community has for the fact that Jade Cargill's skipping NXT and going to the main roster. Because everybody's saying, like, oh, they have, you know, Carmelo Hayes there, you know, so they're pretty much saying that Jade Cargill's better than Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker and Dragon Lee and
so
people that are in NXT and on the main roster.
No, that 100% is just the fucking stupid ass fucking wrestling marks that have no fucking open minds and just want to see shit that they want to see with no fucking idea what's going on. So Jade Cargill obviously has a fucking track record outside of WWE. they obviously have plans for her coming in if she's going to the main roster, because not only have they discussed something, they obviously seen something in her, which we obviously have seen in AEW, and they also, I'm going to say it, and this is going to fucking probably spark some shit, and I'm probably going to get shit on for this, but this is also going to be a slap in the face to AEW on WWE's behalf by booking her way better. And I think that they're going to, I think she's likely going to the main roster because one of the also things I've been thinking about, she might be joining the stable along with fucking Bobby Lashley and fucking the Street Profits, along with likely Bianca Belair. And they're going to be a fucking hell of a powerhouse team. And I think that's where it's going to go. So I can see a lot of main roster storyline compared to NXT.
I will say, Jade Cargill, the only place she's ever wrestled is AEW. She's gotten a lot better. She's not as green as she once was. She's definitely improved, put in the work.
And WWE is going to fucking make her amazing.
I don't think she's good enough yet
for the main roster
to get not for the main roster. I would put her on the main roster, but I would wait a little bit before she has like her first in-ring match or whatever. But I would have her debut in like a big way.
I would have her debut in either like some kind of interference, or I would have her randomly come out for an open challenge and cut a fat promo and maybe do her finisher and then like build on that rivalry.
I don't think she's good enough in ring.
We have not, John,
to be in the ring with somebody like Becky Lynch, to be in the ring with somebody like Zoe Stark, to be in the ring with somebody like Shayna Baszler, to be in the ring with, you know what I mean?
could see her being in the ring with all of those people. I could see her specifically in like her first program. I see her being a heel at first, just to kind of give her grounding, to give her a little bit more like less green around the gills, like have her do what she's good at first, or what she's better known as first, and then eventually mold her into the face and see how her crowd reception is, because chemistry with the crowd is super fucking important. And Jade Cargill obviously is WWE all over her. Like, she is built for WWE, and I'm stoked that one of those people that I had thought that early on is going to WWE, because now I get to see it. Fucking Jade Cargill versus Bianca WrestleMania 40. I would be down.
That wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen if they're gonna have Jade Cargill be a part of the faction with them. But I will say, is Jade Cargill going to the main roster? Money, yes. Is Jade Cargill just going to NXT or the main roster? Money, yes. Depending on how they use her. Yes. But now that they have, Judgment Day on NXT appearing every now and then, they have Becky Lynch now NXT champion or whatever. I wouldn't necessarily say Jade Cargill's too good to have a small little stint.
That would be fucking sick, John. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like, I 100% get what you're saying, and I can understand why a lot of those wrestling marks are fucking mad about it. But here's the thing. One, they can stay mad. Two, Jade Cargill, with the right guidance and the right training under the right people, is the next big thing in WWE. 100%. I think that with the right molding and the right, again, training, the right guidance, she's going to be fucking great, man. I'm actually really, really stoked on her arrival in WWE. Like, I'm really fucking stoked. And apparently it's going to be fucking soon. Like, whenever she's done with her last AEW stint, expect her to show up in WWE within those following couple weeks.
Her last stint was on Friday. She's already been at the Performance Center. Apparently she was at the Performance Center one day, and then she flew back to Atlanta or wherever she lives. So she hasn't moved to Orlando.
Well, yeah, it's not going to be an overnight transition. She's got to move and shit. But I think she's going to be showing up here very, very, very soon. Probably the next pay-per-view, likely. She's going to make her debut. Either next pay-per-view or the next Monday or Friday after that pay-per-view. Speculation as to where she's going to go in the main roster, I'm likely going to say Raw. She's likely going to be on Monday Night Raw. And honestly, we could use that star power there. We could definitely use it.
Hope to fucking God, if anybody with the power in WWE...
Yes, Angelo, fucking facts.
If USA, because,
Angelo on fire right now. Sorry.
It's a USA Network decision to have Monday Night Raw 3 hours because of, the ad revenue. I am going to be fucking fuming if SmackDown goes to USA and they make that 3 hours too. We do not need fucking 6 hours 3 hours on Monday and 3 hours on Friday. Don't fucking
I don't understand why people are so mad about like a longer runtime, dude. I've been hyped on the 3 hours since it became 3 hours.
Well, they have a hard enough time booking a fucking show that's 2 hours, let alone 3 hours. SmackDown is really not that interesting, even with Cena back, since Roman Reigns not on TV. Because the Bloodline was carrying the fucking show. show.
Man,
Now that
listen,
Roman's not on the show.
I am not mad about it because for me, it's more wrestling content, so I don't fucking care. Like, I don't care if it's 3 hours. I don't care if it's 2 fucking hours. But I'm stoked on a 3-hour show. I'm
Raw was
stoked on
good.
it.
Raw was good Monday, but bro, by the time that third hour hits, I'm just like, oh my fucking
Burnt
god,
out.
bro. If this was
Burnt
like,
out.
if Raw was 2 more hours, they'd be watching WrestleMania every single fucking week, bro. It's just too much, man.
I get it.
There's a lot of things they need to focus on. They don't need to be focusing on having fucking shows that are 3 hours every single fucking week.
I get that. Maybe 3 hours of SmackDown won't be a good thing because that's another hour of Danny's live stream. But no, I do 100% like know where you're coming from. But in terms of Jade Cargill, man, like I'm stoked for her debut. But now going down the line of like more of these releases, one that I'm really still like upset about and genuinely kind of upset is Shelton Benjamin. Like Shelton Benjamin getting fucking released really irks my soul because it's like, dude, you didn't even release Cedric, but you released Shelton. Like Cedric Alexander has been in catering for like 3 years, bro. Like, and so is Shelton, but Shelton is literally a veteran in this business, dude. He's fucking a top-notch athlete. You could have booked him against so many people.
They had a couple tag team matches on Raw a couple months ago. Remember, everybody assumed that they were reforming the Hurt Business or whatever.
Yeah,
not Mustafa Ali. Omos was going to be involved and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
dude. We were going exactly. Shelton Benjamin definitely deserved a title run. He definitely should have recaptured the IC title at some point and then lost it to Gunther.
I feel like they released him because
Hell
of his age, because he's almost 50. I feel like that's the reason why, but I don't want to say because I have no confirmation. But
isn't he also another wrestler that's pretty injury prone as well? Like kind of like Samoa Joe was?
I wouldn't necessarily say he's injury prone. I can't remember his last. Well, I mean, I don't want to say that because I don't.
Yes,
watch
Nelly.
Man, I don't watch any of those other fucking network shows.
Dude,
so it's been a long time since I've seen Shelton Benjamin in the ring.
Nelly, if Nelly in the live chat says Shelton Benjamin should have been a world champion in WWE, if the dude, this is the only thing I'll say. If the dude was able to cut a better promo, and I'm not saying that his promos are terrible, but if he was able to cut a better promo, especially now in like today's time, I could have seen him taking a world championship off of Brock Lesnar, which they have a lot of fucking history, and I could have seen that shit happening, and I would have loved that. But it's unfortunate, and I definitely agree. He should have been a world champion in WWE at some point.
They should have fucking had Brock Lesnar feuding with Shelton Benjamin after WrestleMania. One, it would have made for a better storyline because of the history. I mean, they were roommates in fucking college, so there's a lot you could do with that.
That's what I'm saying.
And Cody Rhodes didn't really get anything out of that feud because now he's feuding with fucking Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah. We'll get to that another day, but right now we're talking about the harrowing day in WWE's lifeline right now.
Let's talk about somebody that sort of just came back. Well, his gimmick came back, man. Elias. Last time we saw Elias, we assumed, and it seemed like they were aiming towards pairing him and Rick Boogs up as a sort of a tag team, because obviously Rick Boogs with, guitar and singing, and then Elias, guitar and singing or whatever, so it kind of fit, and the, charisma between them two. But it never happened, man, and I gotta say, I'm kind of upset. I would have enjoyed to see what they could do.
Yeah, man. Elrod. Hell yeah, Brian. Yeah, Elias is somebody that actually had a lot of fucking potential, especially when he was Ezekiel. When he was Ezekiel, man,
I couldn't fucking stand it, bro.
I know you couldn't. Who wants to walk with Elias, not WWE? Absolutely, Angelo. You are on fire. I would walk with Elias all damn day.
I recommend you guys listen to his EP that came out like 2 years ago. It's fucking fire, but carry on.
Bet. Yeah, Elias, at that point, when he was Ezekiel, it really showed his creative charisma and his creative side. And honestly, I was stoked on it. Like, I was stoked on it because it was different. Like, yeah, it felt like his outfit was generic and it was only like one color, which really pissed me off because you could have done so much with it. Ben speaks with Zeke. Abso-fucking-lutely, I do. I walk with Elias and I speak with Zeke. Absolutely, man.
Fuck yeah, man.
But yeah, that dude can definitely wrestle. He's built like a fucking world champion. He's got charisma. The dude can cut crazy ass promos. The dude can fucking talk on a mic for days. and he can prove it in the ring, and it just sucks, man. I really wish that we could have seen so much more. John Elite 45 for life. I'm in the live chat. Must have sucked for Emma for WWE to announce Elimination Chamber in Australia only to be released an hour later sucks. And then that is definitely unfortunate.
I don't know if you heard about that.
Excuse me,
but Emma went on Twitter, and she posted the graphic of the Elimination Chamber for February that's going to be in Australia.
Yeah,
and apparently she's from there, and she was like, dream come true. And then an hour later, she was like, oops, never mind. I just got released from WWE. I no longer work there.
That's fucked, man. Like, that is so fucked how things turn out, man. Like, it really sucks. Impact Wrestling should sign Elias. They could really utilize his star power. I wish that if Impact actually had a TV deal, I want Elias to be seen and like genuinely appreciated by the vast majority of the population of the wrestling entertainment business. Like, I really want that dude to be seen. I feel like he would do really well on Collision, honestly. I feel like he would bring a lot of star power there.
Everybody talks about how good Impact Wrestling
What's up, Sean?
is or whatever, and you know how good their TV shows are and their weekly shows are or whatever. But with them having a very small audience, the hype for you and like the amount of money that you make or whatever doesn't really rise from being like, oh, I work in Impact Wrestling. People usually like, what?
See, I feel like if they had a better TV deal, because Impact does have some pretty good shit from what I've heard, but if they had a good TV deal, I feel like a lot more money would be brought in. So they'd be able to go to a lot bigger venues. They'd be able to do a lot more tours. They'd be able to hire better talent, like more enhanced talent, and they'd be able to start paying the wrestlers a lot more. So I feel like them being on Access TV, which is usually most for music concerts and stuff, and live streaming for that, is kind of a big fuck you to them because nobody really goes on there for wrestling per se. But yeah, I feel like if they had a better TV deal, it would be definitely a good place to have some of these wrestlers because they would definitely hang with some of those wrestlers, especially in the women's division for sure.
Exactly.
I am excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Somebody that you and Donnie were really high on, even when he was with Corbin, and that's Riddick Moss.
Yeah, that genuinely upsets me.
Last time we saw him, I believe he was in a match with Karrion Kross.
Yeah,
and
him and Kross destroyed him.
Him and him are like dating or married or something like that. So they both got released on the same day, man. Both lost their jobs.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I feel like Angelo in the live chat, Mosh had been a star. He's in great shape, and he moved like a cheetah in the ring. Absolutely, I agree. Dude just needed help with his promos. Yeah, I was high on Riddick Moss for the longest time, and I still kind of am, which is why, for me, this one, for me, was the saddest release, other than Dolph Ziggler, obviously. I think this, for me, was the saddest release because that is a lot of lost potential. And I feel like, again, with the right guidance, and if somebody really trusted and believed in him and had his back, I feel like he would have done brilliant fucking things in WWE. And it's unfortunate that his time got cut short. So... again, I'm not a fan of anybody that loses their job, especially when it's in the place and the sport that they love and they've imagined this for their lives, man. It's heartbreaking almost, and I feel for all of them. But I feel like at the same time, the recurring thing is I am understandably okay with this release list because all of it is justified. Because I mean, you look at fucking people like Dabakato, or Dabakato, or whatever his name is. I didn't really see much in him other than him just being big. I liked a little of his stuff in Raw Underground. I thought that was kind of a cool little thing. But yeah, Donnie in the live chat, Moss is somebody who needs to go into the independent circuit to reinvent himself. If he can do that, he'll become a big star in pro wrestling, whether that's AEW or WWE. I agree. Chris Leclerc, Dana Brooke was released. What a cool WWE crossover, Impact Wrestling. That would be cool. Again, if they were a little bit more on the scale of more like an AEW, because they are bigger companies and they could definitely benefit off each other. Angelo Angelo Rodriguez in the live chat. Yep, like Matt Cardona. Absolutely. And I do want
to read something that Matt Cardona posted today. After the news of the releases came out.
Oh shit.
And he tweeted this out. And I've actually, my respect for him has gone up like 10.
Oh, dude, Matt Cardona is one of the most respectable fucking dudes out there.
So he posted, to those who were just released, this can be the end of your career or it can be the beginning. Look yourself in the mirror and decide. I promise you, the work and the money is out there. It's not easy. It's a grind. It's a hustle. It's frustrating, but it also can be incredibly rewarding in more ways than one. If you work your fucking ass off, I hope to see a lot of you down the road.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, fucking Matt Cardona is really a fucking star-powered team player. Like, that is one dude that I would hope to see in WWE again because he could be a locker room leader, 100%. Yeah, Matt Cardona is the prime example of what Danny's favorite Shanky was released. Before we get to that though, Matt Cardona is definitely like the star example, along with Cody Rhodes, of what you want to do and who you want to be in order to reinvent yourself outside of WWE and still succeed on top without WWE's help. And I think Matt Cardona and Cody Rhodes are two of the best prime examples. Cody Rhodes a little bit more because obviously he went to AEW, created this big ass fucking business, bounced, and went back to WWE, a bigger star. So I will 100% say Matt Cardona, Cody Rhodes, that's who you want to fucking really talk to and get the insight of, because they really remade themselves and reinvented themselves and earned their fucking stripes. So yeah, dude, bravo to fucking Matt Cardona, dude. I had no idea about that tweet, but dude, respect 100%.
I feel like Cardona.
I do, Sean.
I feel like that's why Matt Cardona is okay with not being in WWE, even though his wife's there, just because he's making a great amount of money, doing what he's doing now, whatever. But him doing what he does, he's not in fear of waking up one day and getting a phone call, saying that, oh, you're released or whatever. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he's basically like his own fucking boss, and it's paying off, man. Like, the dude gets to do what he wants to do, and it helps that he has one of the most creative minds in the business as well. And he also has very tough skin.
I will say, and I'm going to say this to everybody watching right now, I wouldn't really feel bad for any of these individuals, because being on WWE TV and having your name associated with that company and that brand, your stock goes up.
Okay, hold on. Off topic real quick before I forget. Angelo, I'm looking at your picture right now for your YouTube profile picture. Is that fucking Norman Reedus and Andrew Lincoln? Because if so, fuck you, buddy. You son of a bitch, you were living my fucking dream. Sorry, anyways, continue.
But anybody that gets released from WWE, it sucks. Obviously that's like, when you're a pro wrestler, like, that's the one place that you want to be,
especially for money.
The name value, the history that goes along with it. But if you get released, your stock goes up. So 90 days, when these individuals are able to travel and do other things, do independence, whatever, do conventions, whatever it is, their asking price is going to be astronomically high just because of their association with WWE. So
hell yeah, dude. Especially
they will not have any issues at all making really good money once they're able to. And I believe once they release, because they have a 90-day no compete clause, I believe for the entire 90 days, I believe WWE does have to pay them. So
if they're not going anywhere, they're still technically at the end of their contract. So it's like they still have to be paid for that amount of time for the transition.
So they are still getting paid.
And they get a severance package.
That's exactly what it is. Dana Brooke, I didn't realize, bro. She's been with the company since 2013. But
yeah, dude.
Again, she was somebody that they didn't really necessarily do with, besides the whole 24/7 title, which was a disgrace.
Yeah, anyways, before you continue on that, I agree with everything you just said. But Angelo, back to your comment. The Walking Dead is one of my favorite shows, and interested in the spinoffs, and it's just a pick. I would die if I met them. So a couple things off topic, wrestling related. I just want to say that you're my best friend on here now, because same. I am absolutely a Walking Dead fan. Fucking yeah, ballistic fan. Two, my buddy Daniel works out in Lee, Mass at a McDonald's on the highway, and randomly Norman Reedus came in the other Saturday, and he sent me a picture from the surveillance for proof, and I definitely wanted to murder one of my best friends. So yeah, I definitely understand about dying if you met him. He was just randomly here. Been there since the beginning. Same here, man. But anyways, Donnie said in the live chat, remember NXT stars are 30 days. Oh, shit. Okay, so only a 30-day non-compete. Nice.
Yeah,
What's up, Wario?
Most of the notable names that were showcased on television every week were on the main roster. Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin, Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke
Riddick
wasn't on the main
Moss,
roster. She was on
Elias.
NXT.
Huh?
Dana Brooke was on NXT
She got drafted to NXT when?
a while ago, man.
Last time I saw her,
she's
she
been on
was on
NXT.
Monday Night Raw. I don't watch
Yeah.
NXT.
Yeah,
so.
she's been on NXT for a while.
Well, then she has a 30-day no compete clause.
Yep. So that, I mean, I think Dana Brooke arguably got fucked by WWE because she is a fucking phenomenal wrestler, and I feel like, yeah, the shit she was put in was awful, but dude, chick could fucking go in a ring, and it's unfortunate that she got cut short because I feel like, again, with a good creative direction, she could have been another Taya Valkyrie, dude. Like, Taya Valkyrie is a tough bitch. So, like, I feel like Dana Brooke is definitely in there.
Donnie's saying that Brooke was had a main roster contract, so she has a 90-day.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
So.
Yeah, Dana was drafted to Raw. I don't know. I just saw that she was on NXT recently or something like that. Dana Brooke will strive outside of WWE. I understand. Was a main roster and a free agent and went to NXT. Oh, got you. That's right. Got you. All right. That makes sense.
I don't watch NXT, so I didn't even fucking know that. Mansoor and Mace,
gotcha.
man. The last time we saw them, they were modeling underwear on SmackDown with
yeah.
what's her name?
LA
oh
Knight.
yeah,
Maxine Dupree and Max Dupree. LA Knight.
Maxine
Yeah.
Dupree, who's now with Alpha Academy. And I feel
You
like
knew
she's
that they were
actually
getting
striving, bro.
She
I like
is,
her.
dude. Bringing her into Alpha Academy was like the move, and she's really killing it. But in terms of Mace and Mansoor, I feel like both could have definitely deserved better because I feel like both, in their own right, could have done
Mace
something.
When he was on commentary. He did commentary for a little while on Monday Night Raw. I remember. They should have replaced him with get Kevin Patrick out of there and had Mace do commentary on Monday Night Raw with Corey Graves.
I agree.
And Michael Cole.
I agree 100%. But Mansoor could have done something really well. Again, with the right guidance and the right, backing. Just because he was built for it, he's definitely built and he could move like a star. So it's kind of shitty that we didn't get to see a lot of people's full potential before they got cut. I don't know what they plan on doing now outside of WWE. I don't know if they're going to be continuing in the pro wrestling business, going to the indies, doing AEW, doing Impact, New Japan, who knows? But I really hope that eventually they all find
realistically,
their way.
Everybody
Sup,
that's
Austin?
Realistically, everybody that's in
I think so, John.
WWE or AEW or pro wrestling in general, your acting somewhat has to be there or whatever. So realistically, if they wanted to do music, if they wanted to do acting, if they didn't want to get out of pro wrestling, transition to TV
Now's
shows,
the time.
movies, whatever it is, I could definitely, I would not mind Elias or Riddick Moss being, the head of like an action movie or something.
John Elite for life. Was Mace on commentary when he got F5 by Brock? Yes, he fucking was. Yes, he was, because I think it was right through the table, right? Got F5 through the table or some shit out of nowhere.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, dude, that was a long ass time ago. That was before he was even Cowboy Brock, right?
Yeah.
That was before. That was because Cowboy Brock came out in Royal Rumble 22.
So yeah, Mansoor and Mace.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie. He said Top Dollar about to be the next Rick Ross.
I will say, he went to the NFL. He came to WWE. That dude is a fucking success story if I've ever seen one. He can rap. He's, he's really big into music or whatever. So that dude is gonna have no issue whatsoever, regardless of what people think of him. He hosted the fucking television show for WWE on A&E or whatever it is, the National Treasure Show. That dude can do anything that he fucking wants, and he'll be successful at it. So
you talking about Top Dollar?
Yes. He was he a shitty pro wrestler? Yes, but you got to give the guy credit for actually getting in there. And not only did he get in there, he was in the NFL before. There's NFL and UFC fighters and players or whatever that go to try out for WWE, and they fucking can't do it because it's too much work. So.
My man is a fucking Top Dollar Mark, just like 3-Minute Warning, his favorite stable of all time. Top Dollar will be a part of AEW. You got roasted by the Young Bucks.
I have heard that, somebody threw out the possibility of Top Dollar
Hell yeah, Austin.
Going to AEW and sort of being like the hype man for Swerve.
Maybe.
Not wrestling, but being more of like a manager hype.
Yeah. Austin's gameplay channel. I've been a huge fan of Ali since 205 Live. This really hurts. Hopefully go to AEW or Impact. Honestly, I want to see fucking Ali in New Japan. I want to see fucking Ali in fucking New Japan before AEW or Impact, dude. I feel like that
Mustafa
dude has some shit to
Ali,
do.
Mustafa Ali is the kind of guy I could see him doing, doing indies, doing New Japan, maybe for like Forbidden Door, whatever, having a match, at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view or Wrestle Dream, whatever they're gonna call it now. And making himself a bigger star, so we're sort of like Matt Cardona, and then possibly going back to WWE.
Yeah, man. Angelo Rodriguez. Sheamus's contract is up in 2024. Do you guys think he'll stay with WWE? Honestly, my hot take is no. I think he's either going to go do AEW or he's going to do more movies and shit. I think he's done everything that needs to be done in his career in WWE and in pro wrestling in general. I don't think he needs to do it anymore. So I'm honestly supportive of wherever he goes. Austin's
Same thing
Gameplay
with
Channel.
Edge.
ROH. I honestly don't give a fuck about ROH. I feel like that's off the map shit now, just kind of like NWA. But
TK
at the
fucked
same-
ROH, man.
yeah, he really did. He bought Ring of Honor and fucked it in the ass. So I don't know, man. I'm not really huge on ROH, but I mean, if he goes there,
It would have been
I'll be interested
better.
for him.
That would have been better having ROH on YouTube, sort of like how AW Dark and Dark Elevation were, building up its audience, and then maybe, getting the show to where it needed to be and then putting it behind a paywall like you did, instead of just going automatically for the paywall. Because people fucking paid the $10 a month or whatever it is without even knowing what the fucking show was going to be like.
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, WWE does
Becky
own
Lynch's
ROH.
contract also ends in 2024. Yeah, she'll
Becky
definitely.
Lynch is
she'll
a
already
fucking
signed.
WWE lifer, bro. Vince McMahon would not let Becky Lynch go for the life of him. Plus, her husband's there. I don't think Becky Lynch would be as big of a star somewhere else as she is in WWE, just because of the name value alone. Because if she goes to AEW or Impact, whatever it is, will she be a big star? Yes, but she won't be able to use the Becky Lynch moniker. So it'd be like a totally different character.
Yeah,
But
WWE
with
does
her-
own the Ollie name.
With WWE or with Seth Rollins being a WWE lifer, not going anywhere, I don't see his wife and the mother of his kid going somewhere else. So don't ever
Yeah, I don't see
expect
her.
Becky Lynch. If Becky Lynch leaves WWE, that means she's retiring from pro wrestling.
Yeah, dude, I definitely agree with that statement 100%. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Dana Brooke was getting stale. Yeah, Dana Brooke's been stale for a while,
But she wasn't on
but it's not
fucking
on her
TV.
behalf. It's not, yeah, and it's not even on her behalf. Like, I said, I respect her athleticism. I respect, her work in the ring. I feel like she could be a dangerous ass competitor. She just got dealt a really shitty hand in the business, and sometimes that's just how it is. It's a really cutthroat industry.
Exactly. Shanky, man. The dancing,
Your
the
favorite.
dancing Shank.
The
got
dancing
released,
shank.
man. A week after
New Japan for sure, James.
after he made a tremendous performance in India for the first time. WWE used him. It's like an old tampon, man. They used him and then fucking threw him that way.
Yeah, dude, it's unfortunate. Dana Brooke was just getting used to her new gimmick in NXT and was doing some good work. Yeah, dude, and that's unfortunate. Usually a lot of cuts happen when some of the best shit is happening for them. And it really, again, it's a shitty way, but it's just kind of how the industry works sometimes,
The last NXT show I watched, I think, was Stand and Deliver, the night before WrestleMania, or the day of WrestleMania Night 1.
Hell
So
yeah,
that's
James.
cool.
Nick Nemeth is all elite. Hell yeah. You already fucking know,
Yeah,
dude.
man. Ryan posted a tweet with an hourglass, and then him and his brother as champions in AEW. I mean, obviously Dolph Ziggler and his brother talk. So again, Dolph Ziggler is one of those names like everybody assumed that
You
he was
want
gonna be
his
a
ass
lifer
in his
WWE.
company. You want his ass
Well,
in the company if he's free agent, dude.
I
Dolph
think
Ziggler
he-
is a needle mover.
I think he wanted out. I don't think
I
it was his
think-
friends. I think he wanted out.
There was nothing else he could do. There was nobody else he could really go against that he hasn't elevated or
off-
hasn't been elevated by,
He's been off TV, I think, since Bobby Roode left, because they were the Dirty Dogs or whatever. And then he did. Who was his last match on Monday Night Raw? Remember, he wrestled somebody. He was starting a storyline with somebody, and he ended up getting squashed. Was that it, Bronson Reed or
I have no idea. I
Karrion
think
Kross?
so.
I can't remember. But
Or Austin Theory is the last feud that I really remember is when he was screwing him in his matches and shit. Like he
That
went to
might
go
have
cheat
been it.
fucking
That might have
and he
been it.
fucking screwed him. Yeah,
how long ago was that, man? That was last year, right?
something like that, man. I just it's unfortunate, but again, it was Bronson Reed. Yeah, I really hope that he strives, and I think he's going to because he's a really, really big draw.
Yeah.
JD McDonough count out or something like that. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I mean, we have Quincy Elliott, who I believe was an NXT talent.
I don't really know any of the other people.
I
other than
believe
Avocado.
I believe he was. Yeah, he was like a black flamboyant, guy or whatever. Like I
Okay.
don't really know much of him. I didn't really watch any of them. And the rest of these that we haven't gone over Aaliyah yet. Obviously, Aaliyah 316. She was getting red hot for a quick minute, and then WWE decided to yank, pull the strings back a little bit, being like, "Hey, you're getting a little bit too over. We don't want that. We're gonna fucking yank the strings back a little bit." That WWE has a habit of doing that.
We call it the Vince McMahon syndrome.
Okay, but
Dragon Lee's
I
probably
remember
gonna
on the
face Dominic. Yeah,
podcast we were
likely.
talking about how red hot Aaliyah was, man.
It was
In the early episodes
317.
of the podcast.
Yeah, I know, man. It's really shitty. I didn't really know anybody else on the list that really made an impact, so it's like it's hard to talk about them. But for the hour,
Daniel MacArthur, Brian,
yeah, like dude,
I don't know who any
yeah,
of these
dude,
are.
like I'm saying, like for the hour podcast that we're doing right now, we covered the vast majority and the more important names and what needed to be said. But in terms of like debuts and shit in like potential returns, like who are you looking forward to, man?
I do
play Fortnite, Austin. I do play Fortnite, and I'll definitely fucking scrap. So add me. You'll find me at XX Pure Rage XX on my gamer tag for Xbox. Add that shit up, and we'll Fortnite it up, dude.
I'm looking forward to Dolph Ziggler and AEW because like his brother Ryan's there, but his brother Ryan like he did stuff on AEW Dark and Dark Elevation, but he's also primarily on Ring of Honor, I think, because we never see him, or Rampage. But I'm hoping that with Dolph Ziggler coming there, that
This might be
maybe it'll,
hell yeah, Angelo.
He'll be
Add
able
me.
to rejuvenize his brother's career or whatever, because his brother's really not doing much. So
Anybody that plays Xbox that is watching the stream, feel free to add me. I would love to play with some of the We Are Wrestling Maniacs, and maybe we can do some live streams right here on the channel. We're definitely thinking about it.
absolutely,
but yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to the possibility of CM Punk showing back up in WWE.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say it. I'm excited about that possibility because not only is that going to be a real big swift kick in the gonads of good old Tony Khan and the Young Bucks, but I'm excited to rehash some history. I'm really excited to hopefully see him main event WrestleMania because that's like his only dream. That's the only thing he hasn't done is main event.
You know what's crazy as fuck, bro?
What?
If there ever comes a time, let's say this whole Punk theory is accurate and he is going to WWE. I think Punk is interested. Not quite sure how WWE feels about it.
Here's the thing, though. Punk already works for Endeavor, so they might already want his ass back. So
that's fucking true.
And Vince is on his way out. So yeah, dude, Vince is on his way out. So like he's already put his shares up for sale, all of them. So I think he's trying to leave the family business. So now that sale's done, I think he's getting ready to retire. And if that's the case, give me a hell yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah, but I never thought I would
ever
ever live in a time to where we could see the possibility of not only CM Punk returning to WWE, but what if Adam Copeland makes the jump to AEW?
There's a lot of speculation there. That I wouldn't be surprised, but it's not going to be for a long stint. It's just going to be for like a storyline with Christian. That's it. It's going to be like be like a couple month contract. It's not going to be for a year. I don't think he already said that it's already getting harder. I don't think he's going to wrestle like a contract anywhere near WWE's. I think it's only going to be maybe for a string of matches to end the storyline with Christian, and then he'll go back to WWE for a quick stint and his shit entirely.
I will say AEW's
Sexton Hardcastle. Fuck out of here, Brian.
That was his name on the indies.
Sexton Hardcastle. Don't get out of here.
AEW's schedule is a lot less demanding than WWE's, so he might, being in AEW, might be able to heal his body up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Tony Khan would sell his own mother to get somebody like Adam Copeland on his roster.
I do have a shark as my profile. Yes, I do, Austin. I got the notification. I'll add you when I get on Xbox later. But yeah, no, if Vince leaves WWE again, there's no way he'll be able to come back. This time he sold everything to Ari Emanuel and even referred to him as his boss. So yeah,
Ari
I do
Emanuel
agree.
hired his daughter Ashley as a creative assistant or consultant or whatever it is to WWE, and I'm just thinking like I've never heard of this chick. I don't know what her, what
Hey,
her
Natch
job
Reed fucking added me on
title
Xbox.
is.
Good shit. Thank you guys for adding me on Xbox. I hope to see you boys down the road.
Yes, he can use Metalingus. That was
No, he could not
Edge.
use Metalingus. Like,
yes,
yes, he could, but I don't think he will, if anything. But if he does go with a new theme song, it'll likely either be his old school theme song or anything Alter Bridge. One of the two.
He's gonna use Metalingus. He's really good friends with Alter Bridge. Like
Yeah, I think he owns that at that point. So yeah, he might be able to, just like Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, they get to use their theme because technically it's fucking
WWE never owned it. They licensed it.
yeah,
so.
they never owned it, so they can.
It's all about
definitely use it.
licensing, man. That's what
Yep.
it is.
Y'all, RVD said he got approval from WWE to go to AEW for a one-off, and he got in trouble and apparently was supposed to do something for WrestleMania tour or something like that, but not anymore. I added you too. Awesome. Oh, Angelo, you added me too? Fuck yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. Stoked to make your acquaintance on Xbox, man. Stoked. 1v1 tomorrow? Fuck you. I haven't played Fortnite in a grip, man. You got to give me some time to get my J back a little bit. Never Gonna Stop Me or Alter Bridge. Probably Alter Bridge. CM Punk used Cult of Personality. Yeah, so yeah, he might be able to use Metalingus.
I really enjoyed
That place gonna blow the fuck up.
I really enjoyed when Edge used "Never Gonna Stop Me." Is that the song with Rob Zombie
Never
did?
gonna stop me, never gonna stop. Yeah,
Bro,
it's Rob Zombie.
I don't know. There was just something hype about that song, man.
Yeah,
He
dude,
didn't- he didn't live
Metalingus
for very long.
that and Metalingus are the best songs he used, including the new one for Judgment Day. Like, I really do dig that he stayed with like Alter Bridge.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just kidding. I suck at building. I suck dick at building too, man. I only go. Pew, 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 pew. I don't fucking. No, I don't do none of that shit. Ben's highlight of the week is gaining some We Are Wrestling Maniacs on Xbox. Love it. Yeah, dude. Absolutely, dude. Gotta always gotta spread the wealth and also the hands per se on Xbox to show who's in charge. Just kidding. No, I'm an absolute shit gamer. But nah, I'm really stoked on the future for some of these releases, and I'm stoked on a lot of the debuts that we got coming. So it's gonna be a really good one. I'm on Durega number 95. Take Me to Home, Kick Boots, and Ultra Live. Yeah, man. So unless you got anything else to talk about, man, I think this was a great show, and it was a good live to kind of touch base with everybody at the same time. I have two things to you. One, I'm 15. Two, I simp for Candice LeRae. All right, man. Yeah, definitely, it'll be fun. But yeah, so guys, thank you guys so much for watching the live stream and the live podcast for We Are Wrestling, and best of luck to all the releases that got let go from WWE today, and I hope to see them down the road thriving somewhere else. And
the day
hopefully
Shanky ever comes to
to
Blitzkrieg Pro, bro, I will not go to that show, man.
hell yeah, James.
I will boycott the fucking company.
Take it easy, Austin. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, without further ado, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on those post bell notifications, follow all of us on our socials, including the best one, Don. Hope you recover very soon, buddy. And Dan, if you want to have anything last you want to say?
Yeah, just remember this is the podcast for the week. Usually we pre-record it and post it on Saturdays. I'm busy, Ben's busy, Donnie's under the weather a little bit. He'll be back next week.
Yeah.
We're gonna have we have some AEW topics that we didn't cover tonight just because Ben's not a really big fan or whatever, so he doesn't keep up to date week to week. So all the AEW topics for this week and next week, me and Donnie, I'm sure we'll cover at some point next week. So I mean, hey man, I call this a fucking episode. If we go like a minute and a half longer, it'll be exactly 1 hour.
And that's not even a minute and a half, just another half a minute, so 30 seconds. But yeah, guys, it's been a really good show. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Like I said, be sure to follow us on all our socials. Dan's gonna be breaking 1K soon, right? For your
man, 819 subscribers on my streaming channel. I go live and do live watch-alongs to Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, AEW Dynamite, Collision whenever I'm home on Saturdays or whatever. So make sure you guys check my channel out, Danny Huckins. Just search me up, you'll find it, and subscribe to me if you guys want some live streams every week.
Yeah, guys. And on my channel, I'm about to hit 8K finally. On the road to 10K, and that should be happening hopefully soon in the next couple of months. And once I hit 10K, that's going to be a fucking milestone I never thought I was going to accomplish. So here we are. But I am really, really stoked. We got some good shit coming out. I also announced on the live stream earlier that I am going to have a Patreon very soon. I'm going to be doing all of my movie reactions on there, which are going to be unedited, uncut. You guys get to see the whole fucking thing. The only thing that's going to be edited in is like the intro and shit. I'm going to be doing live movie watch-alongs, live watch-alongs, some podcasts on there, content that I can't do on YouTube because of copyright strikes or what the fuck have you. So if you guys want to subscribe to that and become a patron when that thing gets dropped, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. All my socials down below to be up to date with all of that shit going on. Got a lot of Tesseract stuff coming out. Going to be checking out a band called Leprous, I believe, and going down the NF and Ren journey some more. So it's going to be a really, really, really fun time on the channel. So be sure to subscribe and follow me on everything. And be sure to follow Best One Don on all of his socials down below as well, and support the channel and all of us homies. And it's been a really good one, guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
And I'm gonna have a busy night because Stain's new album comes out tonight, so I'm gonna be up to the wee hours of the morning making videos and content for you guys. So
yeah, I'm thinking about recording a couple videos myself, so that's gonna be fun. So guys, till next time, take care.
peace.
Peace.